What's up, guys? It's me again, the me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy a good story. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? So, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading videos for a while. I'm just extremely lazy, honestly. But anyways, I'm going to try to start scheduling when I record, and I'm going to try to do 2 videos a week instead of just one. So you guys have something to look forward to. Oh, and also, I have like a bunch of ideas I want to do, but I've just been too lazy to start on them. Cause you see how long it takes me to just do one? How can I start a new what if and it takes me forever to just get one video out? Well, enough about that. Let's get on with the show. I took up enough of your time already. So, last we left off, I'm pretty sure it was with Deku asking Toga to go with him to visit his mother, his new mother, adopted his adoptive mother. But um Toga took it sort of as like a confession, and she thinks that Deku just wants her to come meet his family, basically. And so she agrees to go with him, and And so like they don't go right away because I mean like it's late at night when he was asking, and so like they're gonna go maybe like a day or two later. And so nothing really happens between those 2 days. Well, to Deku at least. So let's go and see what Logan is doing with between those two. You can just tell how tired I am right now. But anyways, all right. So Logan has his little mission to go and find out who had killed this person Deku was after because they stole something, and Ava kinda wanted it back, but Deku told her that there were 2 people that interrupted and seemed to have disappeared, and so she sent Logan to track these people down and get whatever they stole. Which, shoot. I, honestly, okay, never mind. So, Logan had decided to wait a few days before actually going to check because, well, for one, there was that whole feast that happened with Izuku being adopted and everything. And so, like, yeah, that whole like event took a couple of days because I mean like yeah, it just took a couple of days. So and also Logan didn't want to like go there when the cops were searching the place. So like he goes there late at night at some point when when the cops aren't there. I mean, there's caution tape around and do not cross this line or whatever. Like what? Yeah, it's like don't enter or something like that. The police has it blocked off, and they're telling people not to go in because it's a crime scene. And like, yeah, there's not many people that live out in that area anyway. It's just, it was like a abandoned warehouse I said it was. Well, not really abandoned, but a warehouse. I mean, it's pretty much abandoned now. But, but anyway, so Logan goes there and he's pretty stealthy. Like, there's not many cops there either. They're just like a few stationed guards, but they're not really like paying attention. Really, they're like half asleep, and they don't they're not really attentive at the moment. And Logan is being careful not to make any noise or anything. So like he goes there and like he searches the rooms and he gets a good understanding of what happened. 'Cause still there's like blood stains everywhere. I mean, and that's from Hisashi just pistol whipping people. Yeah, he pretty much busted their heads open, and like they had to go to the hospital for sure. Yeah, like that's just how hard he hit those people. It was a one hit KO, and like shoot, there was some bloodshed. That's all I'm saying. But so Logan is out there. He's like getting this scent of three, actually four people that he doesn't know, but they have like, ooh, hold on a second. There's one, two, three, five people. Yeah. So he gets this scent of five people that were there in that big main room, and there's still that big pile of powdery dust, and that's what he's like sniffing right now. Oh, that don't really sound right. No, it's not what you guys think. But anyways, um, and he just smells like five different people that were there in that room besides Izuku, because he knows what Izuku smells like, and like long story short, there's just these five scents that he has to chase down basically. But and yeah, I would tell you guys what these five scents are, but no, not really. I don't really feel like doing this, but I have to for you guys, unless you guys are willing to wait another week. But not really. I meant to record this on Friday. Can you believe that? And and what day is it? It's freaking Wednesday. Okay, you've seen some stuff you're not supposed to. Um. So where was I? Um. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. God dang it. um. Oh yeah, Logan. He smelled those five cents. And those 5 cents being those two randoms that stole the thing from the person, and there's Toga and Momo and Hisashi. And so like them's the sense he smells and are the ones he's going to go after, because those are his only leads basically. He chooses not to go after the one that seems to have went in Deku's direction, because he thinks that might have been an ally of his, and he's right about that. That would be Toga, and he will be meeting Toga later. As I'm setting it up, so he doesn't go after Momo's scent because it seemed like she was like stuck in a corner for a good while. So he thinks she might have been the hostage. So he doesn't go after that one, but it might still be a good idea to check up on this scent to see if he's right or not. And so there's these three other scents he has to choose. And he just goes off and follows the one that Hasashi. He follows Hasashi. He goes after his scent. So he's not going to find Hasashi for a good couple of days. So let's get back to Deku and Toga. It's been about 2 days now, and I'm just time skipping it to 2 days. Okay, so a couple days later, Deku and Toga are up early in the morning, like before the sun even rises, cause Deku decided that would be a great time to take a hike, basically, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to walk instead of like take a shortcut and have Deku fly them through the forest, and he tells Toga that like for me it'd only take like a couple of minutes because I can fly, but since you can't, we have to walk. And I won't always be with you, so I can't just carry you. You'll have to know the route to and from this place. And Toga's all like, she's happy to be spending more time with Deku. And I can't do a really good Toga impression right now because I'm so like out of it. But you guys get the gist. Um, Toga happily like skips along right beside Deku as they're just they just start walking through the forest, and like halfway through the forest, Toga gets a little bored, sort of say. It's like it's been about 2 hours, and they're halfway through the forest. Like that's just how far Ava and Logan live. They're deep in the forest, so deep that it take a normal person like 5 hours to get there. And so 2 hours after they started their little hike through the forest, Toka gets bored, as I say, and she's like, um, let me try to explain the scenery a bit. It's a forest, so there's a bunch of trees around. Obviously, there's a river somewhere. There's also like a bunch of mountains, and like caves in the mountains. And so like Toga decides to start scaling one. And Deku's like, "What are you doing? we've been. Are you not tired that you don't want to sit? God, I can't even do. Let me start over. Okay. So, Toga, she says to Deku, "Come on, I'm bored. Let's do something fun." And Deku's all like, "We're halfway there. We can do something fun when we get there." And she's like, "No, no, I mean now. Let's do something now." And Deku's like, "No, aren't you tired of walking?" And she's like, "I can go for days. Come on, let's do something fun." And Deku's all like, "Fine, what do you want to do?" And she just pretty much like grabs him by the hand and starts like dragging him up this mountain. And Deku's like, "Wait, where are we going? We shouldn't be taking detours like this. It's dangerous. Master warned me about the dangers of the mountains. There's creatures and everything." And she's all like, "Come on, I know you're strong. You can protect me from anything." And Deku's all like, "I wouldn't be too sure about that. There are things that I can't even beat, including Mother." And she's like, "Hmm?" And she just like has that confused look on her face. And she's like, "Whatever, come on, let's get going. I'll leave. Let's have a race to the top." And like, and she just like starts booking it. And Deku, he don't wanna want anything to happen to Toga, so he like follows that obviously. And like, so like, they're pretty fit and agile and whatnot. And so like, and this mountain she chose to climb is like pretty like tall. Like it goes up quite a bit. Like really tall. And so like another hour goes by and they're like halfway up the mountain. Not even at the top yet. So like, and so like they get to this like midpoint where it's like kind of flat, and so like they kind of like rest there. And there's this like one tree and a cave, and so they decide to sit under the tree and just like take a little break. And Toga is like there panting with Deku just like standing there like, "Are you done yet? Can we go now?" And she's like, "How are you not tired?" And Deku's all like, "Well, I guess thanks to my quirk." And she's like, "That's so not fair." And Deku's all like, "Didn't you say you could go on for days?" "Well, if I was walking normally, maybe." And Deku's just like face palms and is all like, "Well, you shouldn't have been running then." "Oh, come on, let's go. We've already wasted enough time." And Toku's like, "What's the rush?" And Deku is all like, "I just want to get there as soon as possible. I didn't eat anything. Kind of hungry." And Toku's all like, "You didn't bring anything to eat, even though we were going hiking?" And Deku's all like, "Well, I didn't exactly think we'd be walking since I normally fly. But after, whatever." And he's like, "I'm going to go find something to eat." And he, he like walks off. And before he gets too far, this giant bear comes out the cave and just starts roaring. And like they weren't expecting this. They were relaxing and like they were caught lacking, sort of say. And as I mentioned, they were they're pretty high up, and like they definitely weren't expecting anything to be up there on that mountain. And so like as I just said, they had their guard down. They weren't prepared for what was going to happen. Is when Deku was walking off, he just turned around to hear this loud roar with Toga getting smacked off the cliff of the mountain. And Deku saw like, Toga! And that's when the bear just like jerks its head back because it didn't notice Deku at all. And and so Toga currently free falling with her just saying, "Catch me, Deku." No, she say Izu, and she starts to like giggle as she's like, "Wee," and Deku's all like, "Toga." As the bear goes to claw at Deku, with him turning into like a like a spider, like a it's bigger than a normal spider would be. If you've seen that new anime, I'm a spider now, so what, or something like that. It's like a spider about that big. That's just for a size comparison. As he like shoots the bear in the eye with some web, and he like jumps off the cliff to try to catch Toga as he like shoots some threads at her, but he misses. He doesn't have that great of aim with it, sort of say. She's like, "You missed, Deku." Izu. She doesn't call him Deku. That's me calling him Deku, and I'm sorry about that. Um, and she's like she's having the time of her life basically, and Deku is like scared because he can't catch her, and she's falling pretty quickly, and like what happens? He starts stop trying to catch her, and just starts making like a web at the bottom of the mountain, pretty much, as like a safety net to catch her. Excuse me. As it's not a sticky net, it's like a bouncy net. So when she lands on it, she'll just bounce right back up. And so like that's what he does. And so after a couple minutes of falling, um, she finally hits the safety net. Deku shot past her and onto the ground, and the grove of trees, lots of trees. It's the net was pretty much like right above the trees, pretty much. And so when Toga stopped bouncing and having a little fun, Deku finally reached the bottom of the mountain, and he's like panting really hard. And he's like turning into that, and doing that for the first time, it really took a lot out of me. And she's like, now you're tired. I'm just now energized. Come on, let's do that again. And Deku's all like, are you crazy or what? And she's like, yeah. And Deku just like sighs. He's like on the ground panting while she's like bouncing on the nets. Like, and like a couple minutes of just like resting at the base of the mountain. They see Ava. Ava actually like comes around to check what's happening because like she heard screams. Like even though she was pretty far away, she is like pretty OP, if I should say. And like she heard them screams. She heard Deku screaming. It wasn't Toga screaming. It was Deku screaming. Like he was scared that he was gonna lose Toga, and so he was pretty much just screaming out her name because he thought she was gonna die. You know. So they're at the base of the mountain, and Ava walks up to them, and see, I had this planned out in my head, but now I'm forgetting it. So shoot, wait, what happened? Oh yeah, so when Ava got there is when the big bear also got there at the base of the mountain. And so like Ava gets there like a few seconds earlier, and Deku's all like, "Mother, what are you doing out here?" And she's all like, "Well, I heard my precious boy screaming. Sounded like he was in trouble. I came out to help." And Deku's all like, "You heard us from so far away?" And she made up some lie and was like, I was in the area." And Deku's all like, right. So, what were you doing? And he got cut off with this loud bear just roaring. And then it sees Ava and it just like cowers in fear and goes back up the mountain. And Deku's all like, what just happened? That bear, it seemed scared of you. Why is that?" And she's like, "Oh, that was Cujo. That's my well, I've known that bear for quite a long time." And Degus are like, "Huh? Why haven't you ever told me about this? If Toga didn't get smacked off the cliff, I could have killed that thing." And in all honesty, Deku probably would have. But now he knows that it's sort of an ally. As Aphis are like, "You would have killed that? I'm pretty sure you would have had trouble with that, but it's possible you might have been able to. Anyways, what were you doing up there?" And Deku's all like, "I wasn't up there by choice. This chick wanted to go up there for some reason." And Ava's all like, "Who?" And Deku's all like, "Oh right, this is Toga. I thought she could be of use to you, so I brought her out here to so you could meet her. And before you make the decision or whether or not she should join our group, she's she's the one that has been giving me the blood that I've been giving to you." And Toga just like she like waves and says hello, and she introduces herself. You know, this is terrible. I know, right? So um, Ava obviously like accepts her from joining. Well, probably wasn't obvious. I mean, there was some discussion, but I don't feel like going over that. Too boring. Um, they join. Toga joins the little group. I don't really know what to call this group. You guys let me know what it should be called. Unless you wanted to just stay as the Black Cat. And so the rest of the day, Toga and Ava are just like getting to know each other. Because, Ava can't just let this person in and expect to trust her right off the bat. And so, like, getting to know each other will build that trust. And so, like, that's what they're doing. And so, eventually, the conversation leads to their first mission together. Like, what better way to gain trust than to just send them off on some, just to send them off to do something. And basically, Ava found out that Toga and Deku make like the perfect combination of stealth. Like like their whole group is based off of stealth, cause like no one even knows they exist, pretty much. And the only thing that's swarming about them is rumors of the Black Cat, and they don't even know that it is Toga and Deku. I mean, Hasashi and Momo know. Well, no, only Hasashi knows. Oh no, no, Momo knows as well. She was there. I'm an idiot. But cause yeah, Momo is pretty smart. She would have put two to two together, and she heard Hasashi calling Toga Black Cat, and Deku saying like he sent her to kill those people. So like he must be acquainted with the Black Cat. So like yeah, I mean it could have been just a rare occurrence that they were working together, but they're smarter than that and figured that Black Cat is actually more than one person. That's the conclusion they up came to. But so just those two know. Sorry, I went off on a little tangent there. Um, and I lost my train of thought again. Great, this is fantastic. Actually, they don't get sit on their first mission yet. They spend a couple of days there and wait for Logan to return from whatever he's doing. And actually, let's cut to him as it's like 11 at night now, and Logan is like still looking around for Hasashi, and eventually he does find him, and he's been like following this scent for days, and cause Hasashi he moves pretty quickly when he turns himself into fire and then just goes somewhere. And it's kind of like teleportation, but not really. He just moves insanely fast. And it seems teleport like he's teleporting. And he can only do that bec- because like like what am I trying to say here? Like he has to focus on it, so he can only do that when he's not fighting someone. Cause it takes a lot to just focus and turn his body into fire. And so he only uses it as a mode of transportation, not as like an escape route. Cause he can't just do it with a snap of his finger. It takes him a minute to do it. So so when Logan finds him, he can't just teleport away. Is what I'm trying to say. That's all I was trying to say. So so Logan finds Hasashi on a rooftop, just looking over Momo. Yes, he's expecting something to happen. It's he's just on top of a roof, 5 blocks away, just looking over this really rich housing neighborhood. And so yeah, and Logan finds him. So that'll be it for this video, I suppose. Um, oh God, I am tired. I am sorry, but like if you liked, subscribe if you wanted, and comment down below if you enjoyed or not. And also comment down below what this group should be called, or if it should just stay being the Black Cat. You know what? Scratch that. I think Ava would like the name Black Cat as their little group name. And just say that it's more of a gang now instead of just a group. So, and kind of in a way, they're more like vigilantes than villains because they don't really attack heroes or civilians. They they attack other villains, the bad people. And so yeah, that's it. You guys can stop watching now. Bye.